Hey yogis, I'm Stevie Lauren, and this is a midday practice that will help us re-energize our body and just carry us through the rest of the day. So maybe you've been sitting at a desk, maybe you've been in the car, maybe you just feel like you need to move. Things are tight, things are tense, so we're just gonna kind of shake it up a little bit, bring back some energy to your body. So we'll start on our mat, just standing on the mat, and maybe begin to kind of shift the weight from one foot to the other. Just kind of bouncing on one foot, then the other. You can kind of swing your arms, and then maybe speed it up a little bit. So just kind of hopping around on your mat. Let your arms just kind of swing and hang naturally. Take a breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. And then begin to maybe crisscross your arms just in front of your body. You're still kind of bouncing around. Again, just bringing some energy to your body. Take a breath in. And exhale. One more inhale. Shake it out until you feel silly, but no one can see you. And one more breath. And exhale, and then you can slow down. See how you feel. You've already kind of created some energy in your body. Maybe you feel this kind of swirling sensation. Should feel good. You can plant your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. Roll your shoulders down and back. And then inhale, bring your arms up over your head, stretch long. You can look up and then grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Just lean over to the right. Take a round of breath. And exhale. And then come back to center. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Lean over to the left. Feel the stretch on the side body. Take a round of breath. And then exhale. Come back to center. You can float your arms down. And then we'll take our feet wide this time. So a little bit wider stance. You can kind of bend your knees a little bit just to see if that's a good distance for you. Hands on your hips. Take a breath in. And exhale, just hinge at the waist. We'll come down, bring your fingertips to the mat, kind of come to this flat back position. Take a rounded breath here. And exhale, just soften your gaze to the floor in front of you. Feel a stretch on your hamstrings. And then bring your right hand to the center. Inhale and reach your left arm all the way up. You can reach through your fingertips. Take a rounded breath. And then exhale, you can float it back down. Place your left hand where your right hand was. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Take a round of breath, reach through those fingertips. And then exhale, you can float it back down. From here, walk your hands over towards your right foot. You can begin to bend your right knee. Come all the way down and then rotate your left leg so that your toes point up. You'll feel this stretch on the inside of your thigh right here. Breathe into that, any tension or tightness that you feel. Take a rounded breath. And exhale. And then you can walk your hands across. We'll come to the other side. Bend your left knee this time. Rotate your right leg so that your toes can point up, and you'll feel the stretch inside your right thigh. Use your hands, your fingertips to support you. Take a rounded breath. And exhale. And then we'll walk our hands back over to the right side. Set up here, you can wiggle your left toes. Take a round of breath. And then walk your hands around to the short end of the mat, and we're gonna come to just a low lunge. You can drop your left knee down to the mat, and your right knee is over your right ankle. Bring your fingertips for extra support. Sink down a little bit, send your chest forward, your gaze forward, take a round of breath. And exhale. One more round of breath. And on your exhale, shift your hips back and begin to straighten your right leg. You'll feel that stretch on the back of your right hamstring. Take a round of breath, just gaze forward to the short end of your mat. And then you can come back to your low lunge. You can walk your hands back around and left toes point up towards the ceiling. Take a round of breath. And walk your hands across, we'll come to the other side. So you're bending your left knee, your right toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, that rotation. You'll feel the stretch right here. Wiggle your toes. And then when you're ready, you can walk your hands around to the short end of your mat, and we'll come to a low lunge on this side. So drop your right knee down to the mat, your left knee's over your left ankle, fingertips to help support you. Send your chest forward, your gaze is forward. Take a round of breath. One more round of breath. And on the exhale, send your hips back. Begin to straighten your left leg. Just gaze forward to the short end of the mat. Take a round of breath and just breathe through that. And then walk your hands back forward. Come back to your low lunge. And then walk your hands around. Come back to your little side squat. One more round of breath. And exhale. And then you can walk your hands back to center. Your feet are still wide. You can go ahead and just let your head drop down. Just a nice forward fold with your feet wide. You can sway side to side. Bringing your hands to the floor for extra support. Just let your head be heavy. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck. Take a round of breath. And exhale, let it go. And you can kind of heel toe your feet in. Still a little bit wider than hip width distance. And bring yourself back up to stand up. Nice. Shoulders up to your ears on the inhale. And exhale, release them down. And then bring your shoulders up. And exhale down. Inhale up one more time. And exhale down. Nice. So you can bring your feet back together. And we'll just flow through this two times. So feet together, maybe your big toes to touch, a little bit of a space between your heels. Stand up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And exhale, fold all the way down, fold forward. Fingertips come to the mat. Nose comes toward your knees. You can bend your knees a little bit. Doesn't have to touch. On your next inhale, slide your hands up toward your shins. Come to this flat back position. Your gaze is down. And exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to touch overhead. Reach up, stretch long. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Take a round of breath. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, sweep your arms wide. Palms together, look up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Fingertips to the mat. Nose toward your knees. On your next inhale, flat back position, hands to your shins. And exhale, fold. And then inhale, come all the way up. Take your arms wide. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Try not to fidget. Take a round of breath. And exhale, let it go. Nice. And now you can fidget. Shake out your hands, wiggle your toes, move around a little bit on your mat. And then just find a comfortable standing posture that feels good to you, the placement of your feet. Again, roll your shoulders kind of down and back so you can stand up tall. And from here, we're just gonna begin to shake our hands. Shake them like you're in a public restroom. You've just washed your hands and there's no paper towels. So like you're shaking the water off. And keep shaking for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Shake even more. 3, 2, 1. Stop. And then place your hands over your heart. Close down your eyes. Maybe you feel your heartbeat. Maybe you feel a little swirling sensation. Take a breath in. And exhale, side out. Beautiful. Let's do one more breath in. Feel your chest rise. And then exhale, let it go. Nice. You can release your hands down. I hope that brought a little bit of energy back to your body. You're feeling loose, feeling like you can carry on the rest of your day. I hope that you enjoyed that practice. Have a wonderful rest of your day.